What's up, humans? Ken here, making this video because I want to talk about the game Evolve, and that's a new game that'll be coming out, I believe, around fall 2014. They don't have a specific date set on it, but I think it's a pretty cool looking game. I'm going to play a clip here and let you guys check it out, and then I'll come back and talk about it after. Now, I know it wasn't much to look at because that's the only gameplay footage they have of the game right now. But, if you want, I'll probably leave some links in the description to other videos, or you can just go and type in Evolve, gameplay or something like that, or info, something in the title up there. So this way you can look at more videos that explain things better than obviously I will. But let me just start what I don't like about it, and I don't like that it might only be a multiplayer aspect. They like to call it asymmetrical multiplayer because it's multiplayer and co-op. Because what happens is you have 4 people on one team. That's the co-op aspect. You got 4 separate players playing as different classes. So you have a trapper who does things like shoot a harpoon into the monsters, just into the monster in general, I believe, and it'll slow them down or stop them or something like that. And then they have this other gadget that you throw, and it creates this dome force field that keeps you all trapped in there. All trapped in it, so the monster can't get away, but neither can you. So it's kind of a high risk, high reward thing. And then you got your typical assault guy, or I think it's only a male, but and they just do a lot of damage. Their job is to deal out as much damage as they can to the monster, their main damage dealer. And then you got your medic, and then she heals. She, I think her job is healing, reviving the player. I know they do something else. You might have to go watch some videos on it, but I'm pretty sure it does something. They have a few different things. Then they got their support, and they provide things like buffs, like attack buffs, defense buffs. I'm not sure if the support or the healer provides a shield for a short amount of time. And those are the only 4 classes, and each person can only be one of the class types. So somebody has to be a medic, somebody has to be assault, etc. So all of you can't just run around as medics or assaults or anything. You all can only be one character from a specific class set. So I'm pretty sure I made sense with that in the first part when I just said you have to be, you guys choose whether who's assault, who's support, who's trapper, who's medic. But there are multiple variants of those classes, though. So there might be, let's say, there's only the one medic class, but it may be 3 variants that have different gadgets and tools. Like they were saying, you got your classic one that has sniping, that they use a sniper rifle and stuff. But you have one, I think he's actually a guy. He's like a big cyborg type medic type thing. So they do have different variants of that class of the classes. Anyway, now you go on the opposing side with the monster. Now, the interesting thing with this is there is only one monster. So you got 4 players against one monster. But the cool thing is that monster is a real player. It's not computer AI. It's actually a real player. Now, that's where I kind of don't. That's the only thing I probably don't like about the aspect is that it seems like it's not confirmed, but it seems as though it's strictly like a multiplayer co-op thing. Like you can't just hang out with your friends and then play against an AI monster. I can understand why you wouldn't want to do that, but I was thinking on the aspect if I am the monster, then I might want to just play against AI, AI opponent for a team, be it for practice, be it because I don't want the frustration of multiplayer, even though I'm not really sure you're going to get the actual frustration you would from playing something like Call of Duty, which is a Twitch-based shooter, where things like reaction time and lag and all that count, I don't believe that will play a big role in this game. So I'm not really like mortified by it or anything, but it is a small concern. But for the most part, I think it sounds cool as shit that a real player gets to be that boss monster. That monster you see that's badass in the games. And the cool thing is, when you first start off, you start off as a small monster. Like you're small, you're big, you're relatively big, but you're small. You're a smaller version of what you could be. So you're in your first stage. And your job is to stay away from those hunters, because they're coming to look for you, to kill you. And if they kill you, game over. That's that match. But your job is to stay hidden from them and to go eat other wildlife in that area, whatever stage it is, to eat wildlife. And as you progress through eating wildlife, I think it's like maybe a bar or some kind of experience thing. When it gets full, you'll actually evolve into a second stage. And that makes you bigger. It unlocks different abilities for you. So you can for the particular monster that they've shown, it's called Goliath. It can throw big rocks. It can shoot fire out of its mouth. It has a leaping dash attack, and I think it has something else. And so I think it has four abilities or something like that. And as you evolve, there's 3 stages. There's the 3 max stages. There's the first one you start off with, the second one, and then the third one. And they said the first one equates to being weaker than the hunters. You really want to stay away from them. You can win as the first stage, but you're going to have to be extremely smart, strategic, and use the wildlife to your advantage to attack the hunters, to help you attack them. 2, then you get to your second stage, and now you're strong. You're on level. You're on par with the hunters. So now you could probably, withstand a head-to-head battle. Still might have to use some brains, but you could probably stand up to them. But they said the third level, the evolution stage, you are now stronger than the hunters. So now you're hunting them because they can beat you, but it is ridiculously hard. Then now they're the ones who have to use their brains, while you can just go balls to the walls abilities and stand a much better chance. And it's really cool, man. They said it's to the their goal is to track you. I think the trapper has this thing it can use to track the footprints of the monster. But the cool thing with the monster is you can run around, full speed, but you're going to leave tracks. But if you crouch, it makes your tracks actually invisible. So now, but you move slower like you would in any other stealth game. So now you're moving slower, so they can't track you as easily. And then also, things may happen where you may kill something over in the area, and then birds will fly away, and that'll give the hunters an idea of where your position is, and that's pretty cool. And they said when you evolve, you actually go into a cocoon-like state, and you're very vulnerable when you do that. So you might want to try to make sure you're somewhere. I'm assuming you can choose, okay, now I want to evolve after you've gotten enough experience. So you can go somewhere and try to hide. No one knows how long it takes, but it is. And it's a pretty cool aspect, in my opinion. And some people even try, like Adam Sessler tried to say it was like the greatest Ghostbusters game never made. Because this game is not meant to be Ghostbusters, obviously, but it's made by the team that made Left 4 Dead, and that means a lot to some people. I've never played Left 4 Dead, so I'm not sure what that means. But overall, I think it seems extremely interesting, and they will have multiple monsters. This would not be the only monster in the game. There no confirmation on how many monsters, but there will be multiples, and there will be multiple stages and arenas, whatever you want to call them, for the hunters to hunt the monster and the monster to try to kill the hunters. And yeah, I mean, I might try to do this on other interesting games that I find, or games that I just highly anticipating in the first place, which is quite a few on PS4. This is on PS4, I believe PC and Xbox One. I don't know if it's on PS3 and Xbox 360 though. But yeah, if you want to, just go do some research on it. I mean, a lot of it will just be of the same gameplay, but some people will talk about things differently. You'll hear their impressions on what it'll be. But yeah, so hope you guys enjoyed and check it out. Ken out.